All right. Hello, stat students. I'm Mr. Woods. I'm going to be your teacher this year, and this video is designed for my distance learners that I'm going to have. This is to introduce you to the different technology and applications we're going to be using throughout the year, especially if we continue to have distance learners. In the video, we're going to talk about the apps we'll be using for communication, for instruction, and for homework and assignments, and then also assessments. But we're going to start with instruction. Currently, you're watching this video on an application called PlayPosit. Okay, all the instruction is going to be on this application. The main reason is because you had to log in, and this application actually tracks whether or not you've watched the video. And in this video, I can add what's called interactions, and you don't see where those are, but at any point in time, I can pause the video and ask you a question. So not only am I grading whether or not you watched the video, I'm grading sometimes the responses that you put in the video. So make sure that you think through those. If I pause it and ask a question, you want to make sure that you're answering those appropriately. Okay. So that's how instruction is going to happen, just like how this video is being presented to you. Next, we're going to talk about communication. Now, I sent this video through your email. I'm not going to continue to do that too much, but if you need to communicate with me about anything, if you have questions or concerns about an assignment or due dates, you can email me, of course, or we're going to get you signed up for my Remind account. So for my stat students I have two classes. I have period 3 and 7th period, but we're going to go ahead and have you join this. You can do this through your computer by just Googling Remind and trying to log in and find your class, or you can do it on your phone. Phone's probably the easiest way. Don't type this in exactly. If you are 3rd period, you can do that, but you're going to start a new message, text 81010, and then I'm going to pause the video and show the codes for stats classes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so let's continue. Now we got communication down. Let's talk about, and we've talked about instruction with PlayPosit. Let's talk about how you're going to be doing homework for this class, okay, for stats. Stats is different than any other math class that you've taken. You're not solving for X like a lot of the algebra that you've done or the geometry. This class requires a little more thought and written out responses and work. So there's 2 ways that you're going to be getting classwork, grade we'll call it, and homework. The first will be through an application called Launchpad. Now this is linked with your online textbook, so I'm not going to be giving you textbooks, but you'll have it online here. Okay. Probably Sunday night, Monday morning, I will be sending out a link to each class, and this will be through your emails actually, not through Kidim or Remind, which we'll talk about Kidim in a second, but through your emails, I'll be sending you a link. You will click that link, and you will join using an access code that I'll assign you. Now I'm going to make another video on how to do that, and that'll be in the email as well. So you can click the video and then follow those directions to get signed up. Okay. So this is going to be our application to where you're going to have some assignments in here. If I go to, let's just say 3rd period here, this has you can enter your course. There's a grade book in here. I'll be assigning work and practice sets. Usually these will be about 15 questions. This will probably be towards the end of a chapter more than in the beginning. I may change that up. It might be at the beginning and you can just slowly go through it. It'll just end right before we give an assessment. But partially you'll have a grade online work. Okay. And the next way that you're going to be assessed, how you're going to get work done is through Kidim. I'll be putting assignments on this. So let's talk about how you get to Kidim. Okay. Here's the school website. Everybody should know how to get to that. I'm going to zoom in on this. So at the top of the school website, you'll see where you can get to your email if you need quickly. You have Skyward here, which is where all your grades are going to be posted. And then you have Clever. So if you click Clever, you should see all your classes pop up. Now this is my dashboard, but you should see my class. I have this little logo here on mine, so you'll know which one's mine. It says Mr. Woods Math. And these are the main apps that you'll be getting to through Kiddom. Okay, now you don't need to click play pause it. I'll be sending links out for that. But Kiddom is where a lot of the assignments are going to be posted, and you'll be turning in work that I ask for. Okay, so if you click Kiddom, you should see all your classes like this. You'll be looking for the appropriate stats class, and you will see assignments posted in there. So I may put a worksheet on there. And what you'll do with that worksheet is you will grab a separate sheet of paper and you will answer questions on that piece of paper, or you can print out the worksheet if you have a printer. But if you don't have a printer, it's fine. You can grab a blank sheet of paper, number it, how many ever there are on the sheet, and then you can take a picture or scan it and upload it straight into Kiddom. And I'll be grading work like that from time to time. Okay, so besides the Launchpad, that's the other way that we'll be doing work. Okay, instruction will be on play pause it. Kiddom is where you'll be putting in assignments. Okay, so basically you need to log into Kiddom starting Monday pretty much every single day. Okay, remember that the work that you turn in counts you as present. If you're not keeping caught up with your work, you'll be marked as absent. Okay, so make sure that you are keeping on track with your work. All right, last part of the video, we're talking about assessments. So if you go back to the Clever page where you're signed in, you have my class, we're going to be using Mastery Connect. Your other classes might be using this as well, but I promise you that for any tests that we give in this class, it will be through Mastery Connect. So we'll probably have another video talking about Mastery Connect and maybe a practice quiz of some sort. So we're going to go ahead and you can click that and it's going to automatically log you in. And for me, this is my view. Yours is probably going to look a lot different as a student, but you'll see the appropriate tracker in there. I already have all the classes preloaded in with the students, so whatever period you're in is where that will load. So anytime that I put up an assessment, you'll know in advance when we're having one. And I will, how that's going to work is when you have a test, let's say I gave a test next Friday. That morning, starting at 8:30, I would open it up with a code, okay? And I would send that to you, and you will have until midnight to get that assessment completed. Okay, that's going to be the game plan for that. So that is all the applications for now that we're going to be using. We'll talk about, especially for stats, calculators moving forward. For this first unit that we're dealing with, we're not going to need any really, but I've got a system that's in the works to get you guys calculators. I would recommend the TI Nspire for that. That's the one that I'm have been using the past few years. TI 80s they work, but they are just a little bit less powerful than the TI Nspires. So if you are looking to purchase a calculator, the TI Nspire is the way that I would recommend. Okay, that would be where I'd tell you to go. Okay, I look forward to sending out more videos for you. If you have questions, I'm going to pause the video here at the end, and you can type up any questions, concerns that you have. Also, if you feel like that's not enough room for you to write it out, feel free to email me. But I will be watching to see that, or looking to see that you have watched this video. Thank you so much for watching this first video, and looking forward to working with you this year.